Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. Thank you for the opportunity to present my recommendation regarding the three pillars decision, pulling some strings. My purpose today is to walk through the three pillars model, strategy, law, and ethics, and demonstrate how each pillar shapes a sound business decision. As our textbook explains on page 109, product liability should not be viewed only as a legal problem. Instead, it should become an opportunity to innovate, improve products, and create greater value for our customers. I will begin with the proposed strategy, evaluate the strategy under applicable law, determine whether changes are required, evaluate the revised strategy using ethical principles, discussing supporting references, and conclude with my recommendation for board approval. Let's talk about the strategy pillar. Our strategic objective is to deliver a safer product while maintaining customer confidence and long-term profitability. I recommend suspending the current product, redesigning it to eliminate foreseeable hazards, conducting independent safety testing, replacing misleading advertising with accurate claims, and establishing a cross-functional product safety review committee. Product safety should become part of our competitive strategy rather than a compliance exercise. Now, you may ask, how does this strategy benefit the stakeholder? Well, although redesign increases development costs, it reduces litigation, it reduces recall expenses, insurance costs, and reputational damage. It also strengthens the customer's trust and supports sustainable profitability. So under the law pillar, next we evaluate whether the strategy complies with the law. Product liability law focuses on design defect, manufacturing defects, and marketing defects. The original approach exposed the company to unnecessarily legal risk simply because of the foreseeable hazards were not adequately addressed, and marketing overstated the product safety. The revised strategy includes engineering redesign, enhanced warnings, legal review of all advertising, documented product testing, and post-market surveillance. These changes align with the strategy with the legal principles illustrated in Halter v. Zogarts and significantly reduces exposure to warranty, negligence, and strict liability claims. So you may be asking, is the strategy fully compliant after those changes? And the answer is yes. The strategy is strengthened by requiring legal approval before product launching and maintaining ongoing safety monitoring through the product life cycle. So let's talk about the ethics pillar. So compliance with the law is only the minimum standard. The ethics pillar as whether our decision is fair, transparent, and responsible. Stakeholders theory reminds us that our responsibilities extend beyond stakeholders to customers, employees, retailers, suppliers, regulators, and the community. An ethical organization does not rely on disclaimers when safer design is possible. Instead, it simply invests in preventing harm before products reach customers. This approach reflects corporate social responsibility and ethical leadership by protecting customers while preserving the company's reputation. So you may ask, why not just discontinue the product permanently? Because the customer still needs the product to exist. The ethical response is not to abandon innovation, but to redesign the product so that it safely meets the customer's expectation. So let's discuss transferring liability into innovation. On page 109 of our textbook, it provides an excellent example through Domino's Pizza. Rather than defending the 30-minute guarantee, Domino's identified what the customer values most, which is hot pizza, and then developed an insulated delivery technology. The lesson for our organization is to ask what customers actually need and redesign products to satisfy that need safely. Product liability can become a catalyst for innovation rather than an obstacle. So my recommendation is also supported by Friedman's stakeholder theory, Carroll's corporate social responsibility framework, ISO 31000 risk management principles, Norman's human-centered design concepts, and the legal precedents established in Halter v. Zogarts. Together, these authorities support integrating strategy, legal compliance, and ethics into product development. So finally, I recommend that the board approve a strategy to discontinue the current product configuration, complete a comprehensive redesign, validate safety through independent testing, require legal review of all marketing materials, implement continuous post-marketing monitoring, and make product safety a strategic performance objective. This final strategy aligns with all three pillars and positions the organization for long-term success. In closing, strategy tells us what we want to accomplish. Law tells us what we are permitted to do, but ethics tells us what we should do. So by aligning all three pillars, we reduce risk, we increase customer trust, and create sustainable value. Thank you for your time today. I welcome your questions and respectfully request that the board's approval of this recommendation.